Dave here. I'm with Stuart Ray. Stuart, what are some of the barriers in ministering to the homeless?
Dave, you got to love Grand Rapids. This is really a great place to live and to raise our kids. But unfortunately, through our compassion for folks, we have a tendency to enable, and we don't have a tendency to empower. And as long as there are agencies that continue to enable individuals, it's very hard then to get individuals to step up and use their God-given gifts to propel their lives forward. Again, the assumption is that God loves you unconditionally. That's not an assumption, but that He's provided gifts and that He really does expect us to use those gifts. And as long as you're allowed or not encouraged to use those gifts and allowed to, just live off community resources, it's very hard to move forward. So as long as we continue to enable and not empower, as long as we continue to just hand out and not walk with, as long as we continue to hand out and not be present, this work can be very, very challenging as we try to move individuals forward.
Are there generational issues in the homeless?
Dave, there are. We read frequently about generational poverty in the media. So we're seeing generational poverty. We see generational substance, which is very hard for us to deal with at the ministry. And then we really contrast that with someone who's just more situational, or I lost my job, I'm down on my luck, been thrown out of my house, or whatever the case may be. The situational situations are much, much easier for us to address than the generational. So when we're talking about generational, we can be talking about 2, 3, 4 generations of poverty or enabling or substance or, I have a quick little story. I was a principal in a charter school, kicked a kid out because he showed up intoxicated at 8 o'clock, called his father, and his father says, "I don't understand it. He and I go drinking every morning at 8. And I'm going, well, wow, so that was a big learning experience for me. So there are those generational things which are much more complex for us to deal with.